Hi, hope you're all well. Thank you for checking in back with me. I've just come back from Fremantle Cemetery. I did a vlog for you today on Bon Scott's grave. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit now about Bon Scott, where he was from, where he lived, how he sadly died, and what happened to AC/DC moving forward. So he was born on the 9th of July in 1946 in a place called Forfar, Scotland. His name was Ronald Belford, but his parents and siblings gave him the nickname Bon. He's a singer-songwriter and instrumentalist, and obviously best known for AC/DC. He was with them from 1974 until his untimely death in 1980. The band's 1979 album, Highway to Hell, was on the verge of international success just as he died, which he was literally about to see the fruits of his labour, and he died. They decided to carry on and release the album 5 months later because they said this is what Bon would have wanted. They did think about throwing in the towel after he died, but they didn't. They actually replaced him with Brian Johnson, who's still with them to this day. Highway to Hell, so let me check that's right. It's in the top 3 best-selling albums ever, like all over the world. Only preceded by Michael Jackson's Thriller and the Beatles. So, Bon married Irene Thornton in 1972. But after 2 years of marriage, they decided to separate. They finally divorced in 1977, but they remained friends right up until his death, which I think is really cool if you can remain friends with your ex-husband or wife, because I certainly don't get on with my ex-husband. Anyway, that's by the by. Bon overdosed on drugs, I'm not sure which drugs, in 1975. His manager at the time was Michael Browning. And he said Bon was in the hospital. This was in Melbourne. He was in the hospital and he was joking. Oh, I've been here twice before. And he said, what for? And he said, to see 2 separate girls give birth to my children. So he's got 2 kids out there, at least that he knows of, and at least that we know of. So there are 2 little Bons out there running around somewhere. So I'm going to talk about his death now, which is utterly tragic. As you will, if you've seen my video, I've just come back from his grave. So on the evening of the 18th of February to the early hours of the morning on the 19th of February, Bon was in London. He was at a nightclub called The Music Machine, and he was absolutely blind drunk. So he was with a friend called Alistair Kinnear, and they took him to, Bon left The Music Machine, they went to Camberwell where Alistair lived, and he put him in the back of his Renault 5 to sleep it off. So he went. Now, I'm from England. Obviously, I live in Perth now, but originally I'm from England, and I know that in February it can get below freezing. It's so cold. So if you're asleep in a car, pissed out of your head, you're not necessarily gonna feel the cold because you'll be unconscious or whatever. This is what I'm leading up to how did he die? So there's a few conspiracy theories out there. One said that he died of a heroin overdose. One was pulmonary aspiration because he vomited and then inhaled his own vomit. Another one was that he froze to death. The official cause of death was acute alcohol poisoning, and his the official coroner's report was what was it? I can't remember. Oh, death by misadventure. That's it. Sorry, my brain's all over the place today. He was taken to King's College Hospital in Camberwell, but he was pronounced dead on arrival. So it would seem that Bon had been in his car, well, not his car, his friend's car, for quite some time. The remaining members of AC/DC as I said, did consider quitting for quite a while. You know, Malcolm and Angus Young, they said that they just didn't feel that the band could go on without Bon. But as I've said, they replaced him with Brian Johnson, who's still with him today. Now, I've just been down to Fremantle Cemetery to see vlog Bon's grave for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. There's just one more thing I want to tell you about that happens here in Perth. We've got a place, there's a highway called Canning Highway, and where it starts, it starts much further on, but we have this event once a year called Highway to Hell, and it's in memory and a celebration of AC/DC's music, because everybody in Perth loves Akadaka. So the band start on Canning Bridge and they go all the way down to Fremantle. Now, when you get down to Fremantle Docks, there's actually a life-size statue by all the fish and chips at the fishing harbour, the fish and chip shops. There's a life-size statue of Bon, which I will go down and vlog for you so you can see it. So what they do, it's called Highway to Hell. They shut off the entire 10-kilometre highway. There is one that runs parallel to it called Leach Highway, but they didn't do it on that one. They do it on Canning Highway. So they've got bands on floats, and one band will come along to a section of the people and play an AC/DC song, and then move along, and then the next band comes in and does an AC/DC song, and then moves along, and it goes on all day and all night. This year they were expecting 30,000 people. It happened, I think it was a couple of months ago now. I didn't actually go because one of my children doesn't like loud noises. The other one, my 8-year-old, is an avid AC/DC fan. He loves it. Loves them. TNT's his favourite song. But my girlfriends went and they were live on Facebook, and it just looked absolutely brilliant. So that's one thing that Perth does to pay tribute to Bon and to pay tribute to AC/DC. They're very, very much loved. So yeah, all these bands on floats for 10 kilometres. 50,000 people turned up this year. It's incredible. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you haven't seen it, please go and see my Bon Scott's Grave vlog. That is from right now. I've literally just walked in the door, and I will see you soon. Oh, side note, I think because I'm in Perth, there's not too many famous people from Perth. I'm actually going to do Heath Ledger tomorrow. Not many people know where his ashes are, but I know where his ashes are. So I can take you down to the cemetery. I can also take you down to the tea rooms where his family and the mother of his child, the actress Michelle Williams, had the wake for Heath's funeral. So I'll take you down to Karrakatta Cemetery and we will vlog Heath Ledger and his school. Okay, thank you for dropping in with me. Take care. Bye.